Hey everyone, good morning or good day. Welcome to Amazon Ads Raw Daily. We have Wednesday, the 6th of September, and today we're going to talk about the AMC, the Amazon Marketing Cloud. I just figured out that I have not talked about that yet in any of the episodes, and I'll from time to time like to talk with you a bit more deeper, let's say, less news driven, more in the weeds of a few topics. And Amazon Marketing Cloud is a thing which I'm playing around lately quite some bit. I think Amazon Marketing Cloud was introduced over a year ago. It is, for those of you who don't know what Amazon Marketing Cloud stands for, it is a additional reporting service Amazon offered for free to advertisers. They can interact with the Amazon Marketing Cloud through the ad console, through a SQL-based I don't know the word for that, database, blah 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 database. So you can access your own data through a database, and you need to run your own queries to get to this data. This data is more granular than the data you have seen in any of the reports you're getting through Ad Console or through endpoints you're getting from the API, because you get certain amounts of granularity which you're not getting on any of the other API endpoints. And Amazon Marketing Cloud also offers their own API solution, so you can pull data from the Amazon Marketing Cloud, similar to how you pull data from Amazon Ads API or sponsored or the SP API, where SP doesn't stand for sponsored products, but for selling partner API. All right, that as an introduction. So Amazon Marketing Cloud, I'm not sure if this is only available in the US. That's something I am not 100% certain about. But if you have access to that, you should definitely check it out. There's plenty of tool providers, meanwhile, who are playing around with AMC, and there's specialized vendors and tool providers just for AMC related informations. AMC is really, really, really interesting, and it offers you additional to what you can query natively, meaning based on your own data. You are able to get some additional paid features, which is data from other companies. For example, in the US, that would be Experian, which gives you vehicle purchase insights. So if you are, let's say, selling something around vehicles, automotive components, something for a car or whatever, eventually this is an interesting additional insights. Gives you data from customers who purchased automotives and so on and so forth. So not that deep into what they're actually giving you, what insights you're getting there, but you can subscribe to those things. It's a paid subscription, so it's a paid feature, but you can opt in and get more data from customers which are valuable for you. Then there's something which is called Foursquare store visit insights. Foursquare provides insight into selected brick-and-mortar stores in the US, refreshed on a daily cadence. The subscription allows you to measure the impact of your advertising on brick-and-mortar site visits, understand cross-channel shopping journeys, and discern audiences with different engagement patterns online and offline. So this is very interesting if you are a multi-channel seller. So you're not just selling on Amazon, but you're also selling to retail, brick and mortar in the US. Then you can opt in and subscribe to these additional insights and eventually get some more data here. So you're getting something like attributed offline site visit, engagement rate, dwell time, chain name, chain zip code, visit date, signal source, media type. So a couple of, I would say, high level insights. Not sure how this is actually measured, but yeah. Let's see. And a last paid feature, which is the flexible Amazon shopping insights. So this is actually something from Amazon itself. And I'll quickly read the description because I think this is the most powerful paid feature you can get. And I think it costs like a $200, $300, or $400 a month. And I think it's worthwhile to invest. Generate combined advertising and shopping insights for the products you advertise through Amazon Ads. Today, Amazon Selling Partner API provide aggregated reports which include browse, add to cart, and purchase metrics for your brand products. This subscription enables you to create more flexible insights from these reports, as well as join them with your advertising reports already available in AMC to gain a more holistic perspective for your marketing activities. How I understand it and how somebody explained it to me is you're getting from Amazon Ads and the Amazon Ads API, you're getting all the paid activities, the paid engagement, the clicks, the impressions, whatsoever. You're not getting any organic stuff. From the business reports, you're getting the full business, how much revenue, and so on and so forth on the full business. Now, what you usually do in Amazon Ads reporting is you kind of subtract advertising from the total, and then what's left is your organic behavior, revenue, whatever. Now, this flexible Amazon Shopping Insights combine both the reports, and they'll give you a breakdown into exactly like that, but not based on your, let's say, assumption and your calculation, this subtracted by this, but based on their understanding if the shopper truly was an organic shopper or not. So it seems very interesting. There's also more metrics available. You get like add to wish list, if some product was added to a wish list, subscribe and save, purchase, customer reviews, page visit, detailed page visit, add to gift list, and so on and so forth. So you'll be able to do much more deep dives. Also, devices, PC, tablet, mobile. Very interesting, very interesting. Purchase pattern, ad exposed, non-ad exposed, how many numbers of impressions you had, and so on and so forth. So this seems to be a really, really powerful insights report. If you combine that with your other reports, you might be able to figure out a few interesting things along the way. All right. Let's cut it here with the introduction to the Amazon Marketing Cloud and some of these features. Let's talk about some more hands-on stuff, things I've been looking into lately. And if you listen to the podcast regularly, you've heard the episode, I think last week, where I talked about time to conversion and retargeting. And I said, like, you could look at that in Amazon Marketing Cloud. And that's exactly what I did. So when you're in the Amazon Marketing Cloud, you can just go into the query editor and you can start querying the databases, the schemas. You have a couple of different schemas and a couple of different tables in that. And if you're not aware, if you just start, you most likely don't know where to start looking for what kind of data. So what Amazon did, they called this instructional queries, and they have now over 63 instructional queries, which are queries already written from someone from the Amazon team on reports people are actually pulling, and they are useful. So you have reports, for example, on conversion time to conversion. So this is one report which I was playing around lately a lot. You have something like branded searches, ad-attributed branded searches from DSP. You have something like new to brand, and so on and so forth. So there's 63 already pre-written queries. The only thing you have to do with these is copy paste into the query editor and then eventually add the queries a little bit. If you are not technical enough, means you have never done any SQL before, it will be very hard for you to actually change those queries further. What you can do is you can put them in, you can run them, and then you get the results. Oftentimes, I feel these results are not created in a way how I would look at the data. So what I usually do is I change the queries. I take the instructional query that gives me what do I select from which table, and how do I group it, and these kind of things. And then I enhance it. I say, okay, I also need, so for example, I'll give you kind of a real life example. The time to conversion instructional query has, I think, like select what it gives you in the very basic original output. The advertiser, I think it gives you the campaign as well. Let me see. Do I have like a not changed one? Let's quickly see. Time to conversion, instruction query. So it gives you the advertiser and the campaign. Then it gives you the traffic event subtype, meaning the time to conversion. And then it gives you the number of purchases and total brand purchases. So it gives you these 5 segments, dimensions, and metrics on any given day. So you can choose the time frame as you want. What I added into this as well in the latest iteration was I also want to have line items, not only the campaign, but also want to have line items. Line items is, if you have never done this before, this is for this is the ad groups on the sponsored side and the line item on the DSP side. So line item is kind of the similar, just a different naming, but basically it gives you the ad group names. So I have my advertiser name, I have my campaign names, I have my line item names, then I have my ad product type, which means is it a sponsored product, sponsored brand, sponsored display, or DSP campaign. And then I get like the time to conversion. I made that a little bit more granular. So I'm looking into the first 10 minutes by every minute. So I created the query in a way that I can see how many people purchased within the first minute, within the second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th, and then 10 to 30, 30 to 60, 1 to 2 hours, 2 to 12, 12 to 24 hours, 1 to 7 days. So I have more segments. I could even create even more segments. So I could basically cluster everything by the minute, or even more granular if I would want to, or less granular. I can just say like within the first day or whatever. But for me, it was very interesting to see how fast do people actually make a purchase decision. And I had the cluster within the first 10 minutes and then 10 to 30. And because I saw lots of people actually doing the purchase decision within the first 10 minutes, I broke this down into each individual minute. Results are even more like I would expect them. And yeah, and then I added a few more metrics like total sales, total purchases, brand halo sales, and brand halo purchases to also calculate the average sale amount per purchase, or the average order value, if you want to say so. And then I ran this for 8 months, last 8 months. I'm also having I also added conversion event date, which is basically the time of the conversion. So I can see over time how this is changing if I want to. And yeah, this produces, in our instance, a very, very large file. I think it was like 200 megabytes, over 1 million of rows. So lots of data to digest. And it's something I believe you need some help with. I feel like if you are technical, like I feel myself, I kind of know a little bit SQL. I kind of know how to do this. You have these instruction queries. You can play around. You can add some more measures and things. Obviously, you can use maybe ChatGPT to help you. But it's very hard if you're not technical to come up with all of these things. So I would suggest find somebody who can help you, or find a tool provider who already built all these queries and have dashboards. So they actually just need to plug and play with the API then the API is pushing all these queries, getting all this data, and then your dashboards is going to be filled with all the data you need to. How many new to brand you have per channel, this, and that. And I feel AMC is a very powerful tool if you have already mastered the basics. If you have already mastered everything else, then Amazon Marketing Cloud can help you enter the next level of advertising. If you're still struggling with, oh, what do I need to do with sponsored display? Oh, I have never done any video campaigns, nor sponsored brand video, nor sponsored display video. If you're still in the figuring out phase, how to do advertising on Amazon and how to do it right, then this is just adding more complexity, more data, more insights, which you can really use, I believe. So make sure you feel ready for that. Make sure your setup is ready for that. That's the two recommendations I would give you, because it's a whole new level of data and granularity, and it can drive additional growth. It can drive better control. It can drive more ideas. But in order to do that, you need to have your basics perfectly done. And with that, looking at time, thank you very much for listening. I hope you liked that episode about Amazon Marketing Cloud. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, and stay curious as always. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.